He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Eagles and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Young off the play fake. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Rodgers to return it. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at #10. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins, 56 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Thielen going to go in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. In motion, the tight end. Here's Hurts to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Young working out of the gun. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young now. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return, it's Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season. Currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just... go. And now it's 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Eagles offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Going deep here for Watkins. This is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Eagles are an extra point away from going up by 30. Elliott good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll find the former Steeler, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to Hubbard. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Thielen going to go in motion right. Young to throw it. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Watson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Young. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Young will set to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers... cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and...
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Albert O, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Elliott good with a PAT. And a route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return here for Sanders. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Young. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. A complete once again to Watson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Following the interception, Young. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Young. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles are pouring it on.
Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Still going.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Thielen going to go in motion right.
Now Young. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now here's Young. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
He's going to try and go deep again.
And that's going to be incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man, complete.
There he goes again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Christian Watson.
83 yards.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers offense and Chuba Hubbard set to take over once more.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play. For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Young. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Thielen going to go in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Shipley again.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They give this one to their receiver, Watkins. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, Young loses it.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Young working out of the gun. Being chased out left. And fights him off. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 40. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
Looking to throw, Young.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Young is intercepted for the third time this game. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Christian Watson.
72 yards.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Throwing, Young. And that's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's Young. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Here's Young from the shotgun.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Rodgers on the return. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Now he's loose again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Christian Watson.
87 yards.
And the Eagles extend their lead yet again.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Young to throw it. There's a short one caught by Uzama. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down. Young now.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 56 yards.
And the Panthers are able to at least get one score back. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Christian Watson,
85 yards.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Slot man moves right. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Young.
That one complete downfield to Johnson. Down to the 10.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Johnson with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Christian Watson.
50 yards.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Young off the play fake. Johnson's got it complete. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that group. That's caught at the 25. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
62 yards.
and the Panthers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Piñeiro's extra point.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He's been the star of the show. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hurts. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Watson. 52 yards. And the Eagles stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Elliott good on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Young. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Amari Barno able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Young will set to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Christian Watson, 74 yards. And the Eagles add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you say, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw, Young.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Out of the gun, it's Young. He'll buy some time right. Young into the slide, and he's got a first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Now Young. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now here's Young.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Thielen going to go in motion right.
Young to throw it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now Young. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
On 2nd and 10.
Young, quick throw there is incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Young.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Again, it's Young. Here's a diving catch right side. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record is now all his.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
At the 22-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior.
That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
One last shot for Young. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense.